Hello, hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to the channel, Ascend With Me Tarot. My name is Dawn. We're going to do our next zodiac reading, and I'm so excited to get into this because my right knee, I woke up this morning with my right knee aching and my head was hurting, but I had this guy like chasing me around in my dream last night trying to get my attention, and his right knee was hurting, and something was up with his head. So I don't know how that is pertaining to this reading that I'm about to do. Maybe that's a special message for somebody who this will resonate with, but Spirit told me to put it out there, so there you go. But before we get started, I'm going to ground myself and take a few deep breaths. So if you'd like to join me, please just close your eyes, listen to the tone, and take you a few deep breaths too. Here we go, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Father God, Holy Spirit, beautiful archangels, ancestors, higher beings, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to tap into the collective's energies. I ask that you please bring forward a message of truth, clarity, healing, confirmation, encouragement, or enlightenment. And I thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Archangel Michael, please put a white light of divine protection around my energy, the energy of my collective, the energy of this reading. Thank you. Archangel Raphael, please clear and connect our heart chakras to your healing energy. Thank you so very much. Thank you, ancestors. Amen. All right, Spirit. Which zodiac sign are we going to read for today? Now, this could be your sign or the sign of someone that you're dealing with. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node placements. Don't get stuck on the label as much as the energy, whether it resonates or doesn't resonate for you, okay? All right, Spirit, which zodiac sign are we going to look into today? Virgo. All right, so we have Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Now, I am being drawn to pull an ancestor message to start with for Virgo. Let's see what the ancestors want to say to Virgo. What do you want to say to Virgo? Stay rooted and grounded. Okay, so right now it's very important for you to stay grounded, okay? Grounded in your heart chakra, grounded in your healing and your centered, okay, is what I'm hearing. But we'll see why. There's a need to, there's always a need to stay grounded, right? But we'll see specifically what Spirit has to say for what could possibly be making you feel ungrounded at this time. Let's just pull some more energies before we get into it. For Virgo, Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node placements. I do see, I think it's got to do with maybe you're healing your heart right now from a heartbreak or a loss of someone or something is kind of what I'm picking up for you. But let's just get some more energy. Yeah, it's a past life issue. So whatever you're dealing with right now, it's something from your past life. And that's so weird because before I decided to pull a zodiac sign, because I was asking Spirit, I almost did a starseed reading, but before that, I was hearing to do a past life issue, like a reading about a past life. And so the fact that this card is coming up speaking about you healing from a past life issue, that makes sense to me. But it says this situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experience. So let's talk about this past life issue. It could be affecting, here's your base chakra, which is where you ground, right? So it has to do with okay, this says choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words will determine your outcome. It's got to do with the words that you're speaking to yourself or about yourself or to others. Okay, with throat chakra coming after that. So maybe, you know, maybe it's got to do with the words that you say about yourself to yourself even, right? And my energy is feeling a little low right now, and so I don't know if that could be, maybe you've been feeling a little drained, a little tired, just lack of energy. And if that's the case, it's because you need to practice grounding. Okay, you need to, if you don't know what that means, you know, you can look on YouTube and you know, type in grounding meditations or grounding practices, right? It's just about staying in the present moment mostly, right? It's about staying in this present moment, working through things in the moment, and, you know, turning negative into the positive in the moment, right? Not letting your fears or worries take you down a rabbit hole that's going to just kind of add more negative energy onto you, right? I think you may, you know, get lost in your thoughts about your past, okay, and maybe you get lost in your thoughts about something that you experienced that was unfair in your past. And I feel like Spirit's saying this, whatever that issue, whatever that is for you, it's a past life thing that has happened for you more, you know, it's a cycle, okay? That the only way to get through is to stay grounded, to you know, remind yourself of positive affirmations, right? Look at the positive aspects of whatever that may be. Like, how can you turn that into the positive for yourself, right? Not stuck in woe is me, or, you know, it wasn't fair, or, you know, what you lost. But see the situation from a grander view, right? A larger perspective of, okay, maybe it was out of my control, or I can't control others, but I can show up for myself in this moment, right? Look at what you know, you learned about yourself or about strength. I mean, you gotta find a way to turn it into a positive for you. But this is definitely a past life issue that's coming up here, or this is something from your past that I feel like Spirit's saying the only way to heal from it is to heal, right? The only way to get through it is to get through it and speak positive, speak life into your life. You know, we speak life or we speak death, right? And so that means either you're speaking positive energies, which is giving you life, or you're speaking negative energies, which is kind of taking your life, taking your energy. That could be why you're feeling drained. Now, this may or may not be your story. So if this isn't you, you'll know it's not you. If this is you, you'll know this is for you, okay? So why is okay, breaking dawn. Yeah, it's time to break free from a cycle, basically. It's time to allow yourself to have a new day here. Look at her face. She's just kind of like down and out and bored because there's something that she's going to have to break free from. And it's like she looks tired. Her wings are dark and frayed. And it's like she's obstinate, though. She's got her hand on her hip like, I'm just tired of this, but kind of stubborn. This is kind of a stubborn energy. Maybe Spirit's saying, you know, instead of being stubborn about a situation, it's time to just let your heart feel about whatever that is. Let your heart just heal. Learn to release it. Learn to you know, not react. And it's like to let something about the past go. Let's just see what you need to let go of the past. Hold on. Because this is the past life cycle. I'm being drawn to my karma cards here. What do you want to say about this past life karma that Virgo, you know, is needing to look at in a new way? That's what I'm hearing. So look at something in a new way. Perceive it in a new way. Okay. It's got to do with how you feel about your achievements, what you allow yourself to focus on, and rules imposed on you by others. Okay? This is in Capricorn, which means this is your South Node energy. This is, you're coming out of your South Node. And the way to overcome this past karma, right? So it's like you were dedicated to the wrong people, places, or things in the past. Okay? You may have been the only one focusing on those people, places, and things, and you wasn't receiving energy in return. And you were trying to follow the rules of those people, places, or things, right? It's like resulting from the rules imposed by. So trying to live up to somebody's rules never got you anywhere, right? That's their rules, their path, their expectations, and you were just kind of wallpaper to those things, is what you felt. And then I feel like something happened. You ended up getting hurt and left holding the bag in a situation, and that's got you ungrounded, and now you're just kind of stubborn. I only take this if this is you. This may not be you, okay? I'm speaking like I know. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing and hearing here, right? But this person I'm talking about, they're stubborn, right? It's like they kind of find comfort in this lower energy, in their pain. Instead of looking at this pain and saying, okay, this pain doesn't serve me, how can I turn it into the positive? How can I shift my focus to, it may have happened, but it happened for a reason, instead of, it wasn't fair that it happened, or I can't stand people now. It's kind of, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody who just is just sick of people, it's because you got burnt out, right? But the way to overcome this is to set new goals. Stay focused in your day-to-day reality of, which is, what is your reality? That's staying grounded, staying in your moment, not overthinking about the past or fearing the future. And it says use the most business-like way. So yes, this has to do with your confidence in your achievements too, okay? Something could be going on with work or business that's having a negative effect on you also. Maybe those are the rules that are being imposed on you. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I'm just telling you as I go here. But it could be affecting your home life. And so whatever's going on with inside yourself will always leak out to your outer reality, your outer existence. So if you're having negative stinking thinking about yourself or about your home or your finances or your career, you're going to see that chaotic energy manifest in your physical reality. And so it's always going to start within self, and the spirit, Spirit's saying the way to come out of this is to learn to ground yourself, learn to live in the moment, and not to be so stubborn it's like getting a new perspective of your experiences. Instead of stubbornly just being in the pain and allowing the pain to make you feel justified, right? It's like you allow yourself to feel justified by your pain, and that's not healing you. It's it's like all this resentful energy builds up and it's draining you. And then the chaos on the outside is starting to affect your base chakra, your home life, or your career. But it's because it starts on the inside that's what Spirit's trying to tell you or show you. They want you to set new goals for yourself. Quit trying to live up to other people's rules. And stop living in the past here, because it's about staying grounded in the moment of what is your day-to-day reality. And once you can refocus here, you're going to move into your North Node energy, and I do see like you're going to be focusing on a new career or a new business actually. But first you're having to breaking a cycle, and that cycle, when we look ourselves in the mirror, guys, and we realize, man, my shadow self is stubborn. My shadow self is resentful. My shadow self struggles to forgive. It sucks, right? Because we look at ourselves normally and we all think we're good people, and we are good people. You're a good person, Virgo. You really are. But it's that shadow part of yourself that will, let you live in an illusion, and it will let you be justified by your pain. It will thrive off of you being justified by your negative thinking, because it gets to keep you in the shadow self, right? We got to look in the mirror and just admit these parts of ourselves without feeling slighted about it, right? It's about just looking at it, accepting it, owning it, and saying, okay, let's do something different. Let's perceive in a new way. Let's show up for ourselves in a new way, right? That's kind of what Spirit is talking to you about here. So you're healing your heart right now, baby, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's something you've been stubborn about. Let's look at this thing, because I keep talking about stubborn. I keep hearing you're stubborn. Maybe you are stubborn. I don't know. But let's see why you're stubborn here. Let me just see what I can see real quick. I love you, Virgo. I've been there. I've been here, baby. I get it. Trust me. All of us have. You're not alone. All right? You are not alone. Maybe you're dealing with health issues, and that's why you're feeling stubborn. Yeah, I feel like it's not just one thing, honestly. I feel like it's like one thing after another, and you feel like you can't catch a break, and it just feels so unfair, and you just are like, I'm a good person. I don't understand why I can't catch a break. I show up for everybody else. Why is nobody showing up for me? Right? And it's not about that. I mean, it's because Spirit's saying, it's being tied back to the way you're thinking about your situations. It's that mental energy that they want you to get control over, okay? They want you to turn negative patterns of thought and feelings into positive patterns of thoughts and feelings. But first, you got to recognize what those negative patterns of thoughts and feelings are that you just kind of have been conditioned to accept as normal, right? You gotta, so that's what Spirit's doing. They're bringing an awareness of what those things are, so you can look in your mirror and say, okay, I don't want to own those energies anymore. I want blessings. I want to feel good. I want to feel energetic and healthy, and I want to live positive. So awareness is the first step to everything. So once you get that awareness, then you get to take ownership, and you get to perceive in a new way. You start catching yourself when you're in the pattern, and you replace it with the positive affirmation, or you replace it with, something to, in the moment, make you feel like, okay, that's not how I want to be. Like, you got to remind yourself moment to moment, and then it's like you're reprogramming yourself, right? Then your normal will be to when things go kind of sideways for you, the normal will be, oh, it's going to be okay. I'm going to get through it, right? Instead of, man, this sucks, and why is this happening, and it's not fair, right? It's like you got to shift. You go through the shift. You go from your south node energy into your north node energy. North node is you moving into your destiny and your highest vibrational selves, right? But let's see what you've been stubborn about. Ooh. It's got to do with receiving, okay? You feeling like you don't receive enough, or people aren't showing up for you and things like that, okay? Feeling like something was taken from you even, possibly. You've got a resentment around that. Yeah, you feel like you lost a contract, okay? You feel like you've lost a lot in this life, I'm hearing, and so you just kind of feel like your pain is justified. But pain should never be justified. Pain is a tool it's a catalyst to growth. It's a trigger to help us ascend. But it should never, when we start justifying our pain or right fighting with ourselves, like, it's okay because this happened, so I can be this way. Like, you're just holding yourself back. You're just holding yourself stagnant, right? You're not growing. You're just sitting there you're allowing your shadow self to make excuses to keep you stuck. And you're accepting the excuses that your shadow self is telling you, oh, it's okay. But then you're feeling horrible because you just keep repeating a cycle of negative thinking, negative energy, instead of breaking free, right? You can justify that all day long, but you're just going to keep in that cycle of negative energy. In order to break free, breaking dawn energy, you got to come out of that stubbornness, quit focusing on what you lost or what you didn't receive, and say, what do you want them to say? So how do they break free? Yeah, make a decision to become illuminated, right? But this is about making a decision that you don't need to know all the answers, making a decision that it's okay that some things are going to be hidden from you. right? It's okay to live in the moment. So there's a decision about the moon. Yeah, and it's tied to you taking power over your thoughts. Okay? This could be a father figure that kept a lot of secrets from you, that maybe, Spirit's going to have you recognizing parts of yourself that you've been conditioned from this father figure that you're now repeating in your own life. They want you to just, take control over that, whatever that is, okay? Hold on. But you got to take your power back over your thoughts, and only you can make that decision. The moon is like, it's almost like you're outside, who you like, how you portray yourself on the outside to others doesn't match your inside. It's almost like you will smile at somebody, but in your mind you'll be thinking like horrible things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like wearing a mask that Spirit's telling you take off your mask, is what I'm getting. It's almost like not wanting to be bothered. It's like not wanting to come out of this energy, but knowing you need to, even, right? I don't know. If this isn't you, this is somebody that you're dealing with, that you're closely connected with, okay? So only take it as it resonates. It could be someone you share a home with for some of y'all. Tell me what's going on in the base chakra. Yeah, it's all about your communication. So there's something about so yes, your base chakra, your home, career, and finances are being affected by your communication. What you're communicating to yourself, within self. Are you thinking positive thoughts? Are you thinking negative? Are you justifying your pain? Maybe you talk down about yourself or others. I don't know. But if that's what's going on, Spirit's trying to get your attention and get you to change from that past life issue. It's tied to your past life. It's tied to your past and something that was taken here. A contract that you felt like you lost. Could have been a career or a relationship or something that you lost that you feel like it wasn't fair. It could be tied to your childhood, right? You could have lost something as a child here, and you just always carried this unfair energy forward with you. Instead of like overcoming it and healing and just looking at it, it's almost, you've been very stubborn about justifying your right to be negative, justifying your right to think the way you think about yourself, or, you're your worst critic, I'm hearing. You tend to be your worst critic, and Spirit's saying, quit criticizing yourself and start loving yourself, right? You don't want to repeat a past life issue where, it's like whoever was imposing these rules upon you, it felt you took your power away, right? You felt like maybe there was a parent or something from your childhood that was very like imposing over you. And you could never please that person no matter what you did. And it conditioned you into like this pattern of thinking you're never going to be enough, or you can never overcome, or it's easier just to sit in the pain of things instead of trying to change, because it's like nobody's going to support you. And you don't need support outside of yourself. You got to take your power within. No, Spirit, God is supporting you. And you're going to find your happiness, your joy, your peace from within. And it's not going to come from someone on the outside saying, good job, that a boy, right? Like, those things are nice to have, but you don't need that to know who you are. It's almost like by not receiving those good jobs from people outside of yourself, it's affected how you see the inner part of it, like who you are. And Spirit's saying, no, you're looking at it backwards. Find out who you are first. And then you don't need people's approval outside of yourself. But when it comes, it'll feel good, right? And if you don't come, it doesn't affect you because you know who you are. That's kind of what I feel like Spirit wants to say to you today. Yeah, it's time to go within. Find your power within in the way that you're communicating to yourself within. And then you're going to stay grounded within yourself. Stay positive. Find positive energy within yourself. Allow yourself to heal. Quit being so stubborn and just focused on what you lost, and say, okay, that happened, But I live right in this moment. I don't live in the past. I live right now in this moment. Let me be grounded in this moment. What is this moment? What's the reality of this moment? Right? What is the reality of this moment? Not the negative energy of the reality that you've worked up in your mind, but your actual reality. What is the positive aspect of my reality in this moment? That's what Spirit wants you to ask yourself, because this is a journey. This is about being on a spiritual path, spiritual journey, going within and investigating, looking for your answers, looking for healing. You're not going to find it outside of yourself. You're going to find it when you start this journey within self, okay? But you've been very stubborn over loss, is what I'm seeing. You feel like because you've lost so much, you have a right to be stubborn. You have a right to sit in your pain. And you can do that if you want, but you're going to repeat a past life cycle. Right? Spirit saying, look in the mirror, face your shadow side, and allow yourself to heal through it. Turn it into positive affirmations. Feel empowered. Take your power back over your thoughts. Only you can make that decision. It's like hiding from the whole world your inner life. You think you can hide from the whole world your true inner self, but really, you can't, because it's going to reflect on your outer self. So if you're in this disempowered energy of negative thinking, then it's going to bleed out into your physical world, into your physical relationships, into your careers. And so that's why, it's important for you to feel empowered within self. That's what I'm getting for you, okay? So yeah, let me pull a heart chakra, or I don't know, maybe you need a heart chakra. It's all about healing your heart chakra. But I want to pull a chakra card for you, Virgo, and only take what resonates. This may or may not have been your story. This could be somebody, like I said, that you're dealing with, that you love, and you're just trying to understand what's going on with them. And this, this could be what's going on with them. They're going through their dark night of the soul right now, getting on their path and having to learn not to be so stubborn. Oh my goodness, I said heart chakra. Look, you got 2 heart chakras that came up. And then you got knowledge, third eye chakra, intuitive chakra there. We got another intuitive chakra here, crown chakra, selflessness. I feel like you're very selfless, right? I mean, it's almost like on the outside, you're very selfish. You always show up for others. But on the inside, you kind of resent that you feel like they don't show up for you, right? It's like holding it in, though, not allowing yourself to just kind of create boundaries and speak on it. You kind of hold it in. But anyways, okay, here's your homework, or what Spirit wants you to understand. Take it and use what you can from it. But this one says, compassion and forgiveness. I have compassion for myself and for those around me. I let go of anger, resentments, and torments from the past, and I do not give my power away to those involved. Forgiveness is a gift I give to myself. I forgive myself for things I feel I could have done differently in the past. And I remind myself that my response could not have been any more evolved than it was at the time. I am compassionate to those in need, as this shows them that they are not alone. I practice this by listening, sharing, understanding, and being of service. Okay, take what you can from this, what we talked about, right? Everything we just talked about. I feel like it's important for you to give compassion to yourself right now. And forgive those in the past that you've been feeling like you were justified to hold on to your resentment or anger about, okay? Release it. Forgive. And just, put compassion towards them too. It's time for you to give yourself this gift of forgiveness, right? You can't control all of life, but you can control this moment and stay grounded in who you are. The next one says, yes, unconditional love. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. That could be a big one for you too, right? This fear of rejection. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. That's that energy I just picked up where, you don't need a good job or a attaboy from those outside of yourself to feel good about yourself, right? It says, I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I am loving to others, I am helping bring out the innate love within them so they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be. That's staying grounded in the moment, right? And I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. Okay? Remember, what you put out is what the energy you're holding about yourself is the energy you're going to receive from those outside of yourself, okay? So if you're feeling disempowered within self, fear of rejection, not forgiving or being compassionate to yourself, then you're going to run across people on the outside who are going to be in that same energy towards you. It's because that's what you're manifesting. We manifest energetically through our thoughts and our feelings. Okay? So I think that's why Spirit's bringing this up for you. The last one says knowledge. I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, and this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs and thoughts about my life, myself, and others. So we're going to close it with that because that pretty much summed up the whole thing, okay? You're acquiring knowledge. Everything that you've been through, this pain that you may feel like you could sit in and be justified, it's meant to be a catalyst to help you gain knowledge. Knowledge about compassion and forgiveness, knowledge about how to release your insecurities and your fears, knowledge about what is unconditional love, right? Knowledge and wisdom, okay? So you're going to come out of this. I do feel like, let's see what's coming up for you. What else do you want to say to Virgo? Yeah, your heart chakra. It's like you're healing your heart so you can tune into your intuition, your emotional sensitivity. But it's got to come in through high vibrational energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're in lower vibrational emotions, it blocks, and your heart's not healed, right? It blocks you being able to trust these intuitive feelings that you're receiving. Right? And so I think Spirit's saying you're highly clairvoyant, you're highly gifted, and we're waking you up to your gifts. But first we got to clean it up. We got to clean up your energetic body through your emotions, through your heart chakra, which is what I felt in the beginning, right? But you're on your spiritual path. You're in this process. And so just allow yourself to be to be your most positive self for yourself, okay? And allow yourself to feel your emotions without judging them, right? Without judging yourself because of emotions. Don't judge yourself. Just feel it and let it go. If those emotions aren't serving you in this moment, right now, in your actual reality, then why carry that around like baggage, right? Allow yourself just to say, okay, it happened, but I can release it. I don't need it to live with me for the rest of my life. I don't need past pain to follow me for the rest of my life. I don't need fear of rejection to stop me from taking risks on myself or in my life. I don't want unforgiveness to hold me back from being my best, most loving self for self and others. So you're healing your heart chakra is what I'm seeing. It says the answers that you seek are in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Honor and respect your deep emotions as they are a gift to us all. And you honor and respect them by facing them, right? Honor and respect by looking in the mirror, accepting your shadow self, and letting go of the parts of that shadow self that you know are not serving your highest good, that are not healing your heart chakra, that are trying to hold you down, like cords of attachment or baggage that cause heaviness within your heart or mind. Feel it and face it and release it. Let it go. Say it doesn't serve me, so I don't need to continue to carry it. Turn it into, that's how you transmute it. You're learning how to transmute negative energy into positive energy for your highest good. And you're learning how to be a powerful manifester through your spiritual gifts of clairvoyance. That's what I'm hearing and getting. Your past life cycle that you're dealing with was you losing stuff, feeling like, you're always at a loss, and feeling stubborn about being justified in thinking or feeling that way. Those things, it may be true. You may have lost things. People may not have shown up for you. But you sitting in that energy of resentment about it and justifying yourself because of that isn't going to serve you or help you heal or move forward. It's going to keep you stuck and stagnant and repeating that same energy in everybody you meet, because you're just kind of just stuck in that pattern of thought. Spirit saying flip the perspective. Even if you got to say, okay, I lost some things, and it hurt. But I have people in my life right now that are present in this moment. Let's focus on that, right? Or this person didn't show up for me, and that sucks. Instead of feeling resentful about it, be like, you know what? I showed up for them. I'm proud of myself. Flip the script. You got to learn to flip the script on them thoughts. Doesn't matter if it's just you have a right to feel or think a certain thing, you may. But if it's negative and it holds you back and makes you feel negative or resentful, then why hold on to it? Why not flip the script on it and transmute it into a positive affirmation for yourself, a positive perspective for yourself, so that you can heal, because only you carry your own energy. None of those people who let you down in the past carry your energy. They carry their own energy. We can't carry each other's energies or let others, that don't even know they're affecting our personal energy have an effect over our personal energy. We got to take responsibility for our own energy. Okay? But that's what I'm seeing for you. I love you so very much. Please like, share, or subscribe, and have a wonderful, blessed day. You're beautiful, and I love you. Bye, guys.